At Riverview Speedway, Murray Bridge, approaching double figures tonight. It is a beauty. Now in this next event, we're going to see the Adrad Radiators car of Trevor Green starting up front. Now Phil March and Bruce White were scheduled to start on the front row, but both of them encountering mechanical problems. By virtue of that, Trevor Green will start up front on pole. Johnson with him, then Farr, Tunks, Ramsey, Wells, Reedy, Dillon, Gessner and Marr. Set for a start now. Underway, Green on the inside, Johnson in the KFC car on the outside. Here's Farr, very quickly switching lines and goes to the inside. It's the charge of the Light Brigade down the back straight the first time, where Trevor Green in car number 4 is the race leader, albeit narrowly from Robert Farr.
Yeah, Phil Johnson's car ending turn 1 on that first time. He got a big push up the racetrack and he's struggling with the setup on that race car. As you can see, Mark Wells drives around the outside. Let's see if we can see it here on the replay. Once again, that inside groove is able to really get a run on the guys on the outside, both Trevor Green and now you see here Robbie Farr go to the inside as Jono's car pushes up the racetrack. Unfortunately for him, who was running so strong the first night.
Oh, Wells getting close to the concrete wall. Close, all right. He clouts it and lucky not to be collected by Dillon coming through there. I was about to say Mark Wells was running strongly. Started from position 8 in the Cricky Motorsport entry. Was running 4th and got all out of shape.
Running on the top of the track, just gets over that small cushion, bangs into the fence. There's not a whole lot to get a hold of there. Now that car's going to be damaged. The lightweight rear end components in these cars, they can't really sustain a hit like that. But also looks like that right front damaged as well, unfortunately for Mark Wells.
It was graphically captured on the Speedway Racing News Magazine replay. I'd like to thank Titan Garages and Carports, Beverlite Glass, Bowen Prestige Smash Repairs, and Pick and Payless Self-Serve Auto Parts for their regular support of Checkered Flag. Back underway in this heat race, and Trevor Green clear-cut race leader.
Well, Greeny very sharp on the restart, got on the throttle early and didn't catch Robbie Farr napping, but is able to pull away at a little bit of advantage. As the track starts to dry out now, the crew chiefs will be thinking, how am I going to lock this car down to the racetrack to be able to go forward later in the evening? Some of the things they'll do, they'll raise the ride height of the car, reduce the stagger on the car, reduce the rollout and the difference, maybe put some softer torsion bars or shocks in the car, really get the weight transferring and start to think about moving that big top wing around 25 square feet of top wing. As you move that just slightly on the car, it really changes the balance and the centre of gravity. Right now, Trevor Green and Robbie Farr, their cars are working well and slightly different grooves on the track, both pulling away from the rest of the field.
Oh, we've got an issue here with Robert Farr, who was in second place, having half a lose, and Farr, well, there's some graphic images, puts the foot on the accelerator and sprints across the infield, rejoins the race in what appears to be third spot. Another look. Well, with all due respect to Robert Farr, who I'm a big fan of, that was stupidity and one of the most dangerous things I have ever seen at a speedway. And if he's not disqualified from the results here, the officials are kidding.
Well, Robbie Farr, yeah, right across the infield and close to those photographers and other people on the infield. I'd be very surprised if Robert Farr isn't penalised heavily for that move. Right now, though, he's putting that behind him. He's trying to get past Phil Johnson and get another spot. As Trevor Green, very impressive run in that Adrad number 4, working all over the racetrack, trying to also think about where he's going to run later in the evening for this 40-lap feature.
Yeah, Green takes the checkered flag, a different angle of the finish of the race. Robert Farr in second spot. We'll have to wait and see what the officials do about that. Phil Johnson was third in the KFC car. It was entertaining enough. Of course, we had the incident involving Mark Wells that brought on the orange lights and subsequently came back for a restart. Robert Farr on this slick track got it all crossed up and spun infield, was able to keep the car going, but for mine, an incident they'll be talking about in this sport for quite some time to come. Here's Trevor Green with Matt Payne on the infield.
Trevor, you got it back on track, mate?
Yeah, it's been a week from hell, to say the least. We lost that car in Adelaide last week, and it's just we've been chasing our tails all week. Got an extremely fortunate break there with Marchie not starting. Bad luck for him, but about time we got some.
That heated sort of have to make up for the disappointment of last night's A-Main.
Yeah, well, it's a brand new car this week. We've worked till 4 o'clock every morning without the support of Adrad and Future Concrete Services, Green Welding, Steve Wicks and Sons. We probably wouldn't have even been here, so it's thanks to them guys that we're back on track tonight in a brand new car.
What's hope for the rest of the night?
Well, you just got to go hard as you can every lap. You just can't snooze in this deal. You're going to be back rows, so we really need to keep on our game.